That's crazy.
Boom, boom. Hello.
We're back.
It is good, right? Yeah.
We made it, first of all. It is, ay Dios.
11:10. 11:02.
I didn't think we were ever going to leave that place.
Wait.
I was, genuinely ready to commit a crime over there.
I felt like I was kidnapped. I couldn't. I was
held hostage.
I felt like I was about to get claustrophobic of how do I get out of here?
I was literally looking around areas that I could just bolt for it. Just literally through the people.
And I was thinking, okay, worst case scenario, if this does take all night, where are we staying?
Well,
I was
literally already planning things. I'm like, okay, we can sleep in the car, whatever. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I was ready to start making friends.
So if you watched the video before, we just went to the Indy500.
Not the result we wanted, but it was fun.
It was very fun.
According to Pato, though,
it was
the worst Indy 500 he's ever done.
And you know what? Suddenly I agree.
Exactly. I agree with everything he said. Because after that, I was like, you know what? Yeah.
Well, to be fair, when you're there, most of the time you can't really understand half of what's going on. So half of the time when he was like this and this, I was like, is that what happened? I don't even know.
No, I did understand what he was saying. Because every time, I won't get into that. But it's just, when you're watching it, it's still exhilarating because you see all the cars going by. And it's very different from watching it from the TV to actually being there in person and hearing the cars. I absolutely adore listening to them. The sound of them just...
Yeah, I just want to know what's going on.
So... And I didn't have trouble. I know you had trouble looking at the TVs.
The TVs were decent size, but they were half screen, and the screen that had the the footage, when they would show a replay, they would show from the helicopter, and they'd be like, look at that, and it's a 0.5 of the entire track, and I'm like, I see ants. I don't know what we're talking about. So I was kind of lost half the time. I would just know the order and then what happened, when the cars were going through and from what I heard. So I knew what happened, but most of the stuff that he was talking about, restarts and everything and all that, I don't know because I don't know. So I'd have to go back and watch it. But I trust him. So I agree with him.
But it was fun all in all.
Yeah, so our dinner of choice tonight
is none other than
Portillo's.
We've been here before. Is this one mine?
Oh, there's pickles. You can have them. Oh, I forgot they do this type of onion. Yeah, I don't like that. No, pues ya que.
Put that lettuce back on.
Let's be healthy.
At least put the lettuce back on.
We've been eating.
They don't need to know that.
Okay.
They do not need to know that. This is the first thing we've eaten in 4 days, as far as you're concerned. Okay.
Yeah, we've been super skinny. We've been borderline anorexic.
Cálmate, let's make it believable at least. Come on.
Sorry. So IndyCar was very fun. We met Pato. Okay.
Reunited with the bestie.
Yeah, I think...
Because even though we had just met him yesterday, I was actually surprised of what happened today. He pretty much recognized us.
Oh. Do you think so?
Yeah.
I mean, we were the only ones shouting at him.
No, the other girls were screaming too, though.
Yeah, but at that time when we were shouting at him, we were the only ones.
Yeah, so but I feel like he was probably like, oh shoot, they're from the same one. I mean, we made an impression Saturday. So it's kind of you know. I wouldn't be surprised.
We don't know that.
No, we don't, but I wouldn't be surprised. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Met 4 drivers. Including Pato.
We met 4... Yeah, we did. Yeah. I'm like, who did we meet again? I'm so tired. The track...
is huge.
Is huge. Definitely recommend getting there really early. We got there at...
It was like somewhere around 6.
We got there at 5:30. We parked around 5:30.
I meant at the track though.
Oh, the lot that we were at, we parked at like 5:30, and then the walk was like 30-minute walk to the stadium, and they opened at 6, and we got there like 6:10, 6 something.
Yeah.
And there was like no line to get in. There was like no. I mean, there was like what?
There was
people?
a line, but like they were like just they're quick,
and it was like 5 people, so it wasn't a lot. I feel like I haven't drinking water in like.
No, I know. I'm like
so long.
I'm like dehydrated. If you've never been to Indy500 and if you're able to, I definitely recommend going. There's a lot of stuff to do. I think it's cool that they have the garage open. Not like for you to walk in, but like you can walk around and see it behind the row. I think that's pretty cool. And for so cheap.
Yeah. And if you're lucky, you'll see.
You most likely will bump into a driver. Don't know who, but you almost because they're just walking around there. And they're little scooters, or they'll just be walking around like nothing. So you're bound to meet somebody for sure.
But it depends. Like Saturday, if you go Saturday for Legends Day, they do the parade after all the Legends Day festivities. They go to downtown to the parade, so you have to wait for them to come back to the track. They get back to the track 2 hours later, 2.5 hours later, and then you might have one or two.
Tell them the secret.
Okay.
Cut that. I'm just kidding. I think the funniest one was Lungard.
Lungard just wants to race.
He did not want to be there.
He doesn't care. At least from what it seems, he doesn't care about media duties.
No.
He probably obviously cares about his fans.
Yeah.
But like, homie just wants to race. So, and we'd be like, hi, how are you? Like, hey.
Yeah.
Very monotone. Or that could just be how he comes across.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, should we tell him about my boyfriend?
She has a boyfriend now.
I have a boyfriend now.
He's,
What do we say? Very tall, muscular.
Uh-huh.
Steady job.
He travels.
Travels a lot. Where's my phone?
Oh yeah, I sent it to you.
Great, thank you.
But long story short, Firestone Bird is a flirt. And it caught me off guard and it was hilarious.
Right. That's crazy, no?
Yeah. Said they know and everything.
No, he was
I
getting
was
ready.
like, oh.
Said, ooh, que guapa. I was like, okay. And then when I want to get a picture, he just goes, I was like, okay. Oh, when we met Pato, or when he first came yesterday, like to the garage area, and we had been waiting. As soon as we saw him, and then he came back out, he went straight to his garage, and we were like, can we get your autograph? Can you sign this real quick? He was like, yeah, 1 second. And then he left to the garage, which was open. And so we were waiting behind the line, and there was a group of people that realized, oh, Pato's there, like, we're gonna wait too. The whole time that we were waiting, my hand, I'm like, estoy temblando. I was like so nervous. I was like, oh my god.
My hand was shaking, and I couldn't control my nerves, and I kept opening and closing the Sharpie, and then it ended up like drying out, I think.
But it's like, I wasn't like that nervous, honestly. When I like, yeah, I wasn't that, but my hand said otherwise, and I was like,
because when we were talking to him, we were like normal.
Yeah, like, because we had bumped into him at Austin, but like it was very
quick that we didn't get time to process it.
I guess, yeah.
But this time it was like, oh shoot, we're actually gonna meet him again.
We had like maybe 2-3 minutes max with him when he was signing, and we were telling him the story of like the picture, and I mean it looked like it was very chill, like I wasn't like hyperventilating or anything.
Yeah, no, we were pretty normal.
My hand was shaking when I was like, so I don't feel nervous, but my hand is shaking. I was like, interesting. It's like what happened at the hotel that later last night. I was like, look at my finger. My hand was like twitching.
You just had a muscle spasm.
I don't get that.
You get those under stress.
What the fuck am I stressed about?
Your clothes at the time.
Oh my god.
She was having a full-blown, like, nervous breakdown. Now we can joke about it, but man, like, she, every like 2 seconds, I'm gonna kill myself, and I'm like, what? Like, she's trying to sell this stuff, and like, every 2 seconds, ow, I hate this, and I'm like, what? I don't think I've ever heard someone, like, like, sound so suicidal in, like, a span of, like, 20 minutes. Like, that was crazy.
It's because, okay, I should have done it. First of all, I should have done it earlier because I got it the day before I left.
Mind you, she DoorDashed? She DoorDashed safety pins to our hotel. Just adding that. Continue.
Yeah. I had ordered the outfit of race day to my house. It was the week before I was supposed to fly out here. Wrong size. Get another size. Get it here. I got it literally, I'm pretty sure it was the day before I left. It fit, but the straps were a bit loose and the pants were long. And I was like, I can just sew it. Me thinking that's an easy fix. And then I'm thinking, okay, well, while she's at work Wednesday, Thursday, that would have nothing to do, I'll bring it with me and I'll sew it. Never did that. Should have done that because I ended up doing it Saturday night.
I should have recorded you.
I know, because I'm that type of person where, like, for some reason, there's always something that goes wrong for me, like the day before something, like either a big event or like a night before a travel. Like the night before I have gone to Chicago for the past 2 trips, 2 times I've come here, I have a full breakdown the night before, and it's the same message I sent to her. I have no clothes. That's my breakdown. That's my mental breakdown. I have a mental breakdown that I have no clothes. I do not know what to wear. I do not know what to wear, and I don't know what to pack. And it takes me like 2 hours to figure out and organize everything. And then I'm like, okay, I'm done. And I feel better. And that happened this past one. And now it happened at the hotel when I was trying to sew it. First of all, the sewing needle was so small. And, well, I have my nails on, and so I couldn't pick up anything. And it was pissing me off. And then there's no light in this freaking hotel room, so I couldn't see. My outfit is black. The needle is black. The string is black. And I'm just, like, trying to sew it together, and I'm picking at myself, too. I was getting so mad and so frustrated. I was, like, I was so mad, and it wasn't working, and she was nice enough to take over on the top. I did give up on the pants. I was ready to cut them, but she told me no.
Well, so. It was either I sew it or you jump out the window. I don't know.
I was so frustrated. I was getting so annoyed that any little thing...
I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to laugh, but I know at the moment it would have made the situation 10 times worse. Was when you said she was on the floor. Okay, we had 2 twin beds. She was in the middle, like between the beds, on the floor, and she looks up like in complete defeat and goes. She's like, "Do you think I can find a tailor?" And I'm like, "No." I'm like, "No, you're not gonna find a tailor to do it last minute." And she hits me with the, "You think the girls who met in the elevator can sew?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think they can." That's when I was like, "Just give me the shirt." And I'm like, "Just give it to me." Like, oh my gosh. I low-key wanted to strangle you at that moment. I was like, oh, you don't handle stress very good.
So, also, I told you didn't have to do it. I was ready to give up and order the safety pins, which I did. But then she was like, "No, like, I'll do it. It's okay." So you signed yourself up for that.
I didn't mind doing it. As long as I had to stop listening to you continue to say I'm gonna kill myself. I was just like, "Just give me the thing." Like,
yeah, that made me, like, suicidal. I was so done. I was ready to give up and be like, I guess I'm wearing Pato's new shirt that I bought.
And the funny thing is, right after I handed you, you were like, "Thank you." I'm like, what? I was like,
because I was like,
okay.
I didn't want to be like, thank you. Like, I didn't want to be like that because that's rude. I wanted to be like, in the softest way. Like, I really, really appreciate that you sewed this together. So I was like, thank you.
Honestly, at the moment, I was like, damn, I think she has like like multiple personalities or something. I'm like, I don't know.
No, I was trying to like be very nice. I didn't want to be like, oh, thank you. That would make me sound very ungrateful. So, which I am very grateful that you sewed it together.
Did it come apart? No, right?
It worked. My sewing is bad.
When she handed it to me, I was like, wait, what in the world? We just like crisscrossing? Like, it was not a straight like stitch line. It was like from corner to corner. It was like connected dots, honestly. No, you know what it looked like? You know when like detectives put all the strings together, like and map everything out?
Yeah.
That's what it looks
It's
like.
because I'm going blind. I don't
Wait, what?
I was basically going in blind because I had the shirt like here and it was like folded like this. So I was going like this and like this, but look, I'm also putting the needle underneath, so I can't tell where it's going to come up. Sometimes I'll go like this and it'll come up over here, so then I have to move it further back and go up here. Okay, you don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
But it makes sense. I was going in blind. So, and it's because I didn't take it off. I was wearing it. Because I didn't trust myself to line it up perfectly if I had it out. If I took it off. Moral of the story. I'm very glad that she...
No, what did you say? She said Fashion Nova count your days. I was like, damn, she's threatening them.
I bought it from Fashion Nova.
Switch up.
Sorry, this might not be the best quality. We're on my phone.
Geez.
Well, I don't have anything to put it up against. Are you done?
What?
You just stopped eating.
I'm still eating.
Oh, you're taking a break? I'm taking a water break?
I'm not eating fast enough. Jeez. Oh, I still have my little Pato earrings on. I'm so tired.
And we're going to breakfast tomorrow?
We don't have to.
No, let's go.
That sounded very convincing.
Where do we go? Where do we want to go?
I mean, it doesn't have to be early. Go like at 11.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We're going at 9.
I don't think I can make it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because I don't have to drop you off until like 2. So.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know.
We can't go back to the place where we went.
It hasn't been 60 days yet, has it? Are you gonna tell them? Or is that just like okay, we won't say.
So where are we going for breakfast?
I don't know. Back to that. I don't know.
IHOP?
Ew.
She's too good for IHOP.
No, I hope it's gross.
IHOP is banging.
No.
It's so good.
I don't like IHOP.
What do you prefer?
Making food at home.
Okay. Oh. Pickles.
Have you ever tried them or you just don't like them?
I don't like them.
You've tried them.
I don't like them.
Have you tried them?
I don't need to. I don't like them.
So you've never tried them.
Mm-mm.
Therefore you don't like them.
I just don't like them.
I don't know what that makes no sense.
I don't have to try everything.
Eat one.
No.
Eat one.
No.
Don't roll your eyes at me. You're gonna sleep on the couch. I already told you.
We were talking about on the drive up here. My sleeping
Problem. It's a problem.
Mind you, I have spent a week here before. She never once said anything. And then here, I spent three nights here. She never said anything. But when I bring up the conversation, she starts telling all. And I'm like, why didn't you say any of this?
Because they got out of hand. Yeah, it was worse.
Okay, but you never mentioned anything until I asked about it today. Yeah, had I not asked about it, you probably wouldn't have said anything.
No, I probably would have. Yeah. I probably would have told you tonight, actually. I'm like, you're getting your own blanket. Because that was freezing.
Whoops. Apparently I hog the blanket. And I sleep like a starfish.
It wasn't a starfish, I'm telling you. It was like a... I don't even know, like a...
You said like Running Man? I was like...
Yeah, like... You were going for, like, to shoot a basketball, like a jump shot type of, like, position.
I'm just like...
Yeah, like...
doing the 3
like, what leg was it? Because you were on your back. It was your left leg that was, like, at a 90-degree angle. And then the other one was kind of... Okay, I know exactly how. You know when they draw someone that falls on the ground, like the crime scene chalk? That. That was you. So you're kind of like that. And then... I really don't know how you managed to tuck yourself in with the blanket while you were asleep. Like, I really want to know how. Like, you almost look mummified a little because it was, like just, like, tucked underneath. And then you had it, like, she had it, like, tucked around her. But at the same time, like, this arm was, like, kind of, like, curled like this. And, like, this was like this. And then this hand was just like that. And, like, mouth was, like, open. So I was like, oh, I'm like, I don't want to wake her up. Like, she looks really comfy.
Me.
Yeah. Like, you looked deep in sleep. Like, deep. And I was like, I'll just let her sleep for a few more hours.
I sleep good here.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I told her I think it's because her bed is like a little bit more elevated than mine. Mine, I don't jump into bed. You have to jump in her bed. Like, you have to like kind of hop into her bed.
But what is that? It's a mattress though. It's not the height.
I don't know if maybe it's the... I don't know. It could be the elevation. Because, yeah, with hers, you kind of have to, like, hop on it. With mine, you roll on it. You rolling, like, you get...
You dive.
Like, all I have to do is, like, lean down and, like, roll. Like... or
lean and roll.
Or just crawl on it. Like, I don't need to jump to get into my bed. Because it's my level. So, I don't know. But... Apparently, I wander to the middle. But that's just...
Oh, yeah.
That's my nature, man. Because you mentioned you sleep mainly on your left side?
I just sleep on one side, and I, like, toss and turn, like, from side to side, occasionally on my back. You start from one side, and, like you travel around. Like, you go all over the world. But you just end up,
do
like...
a whole tour.
Yeah, you end up in the middle. Like, usually, we have, like, a gap. In the morning, that gap's gone. Like, it's like shoulder to shoulder. So now I'm like this. No blanket. Just a tag. And I'm like, oh.
It's because, yeah, I'm used to sleeping in the middle of my bed. And then just like...
You sleep in the middle of your bed?
Yeah. I used to sleep on one side. But then the past couple years, I've started to just sleep in the middle. And then... sleep on this side, on my side, like kind of more on my stomach or on my back or on my side.
You know, you would be a very good person to time lapse while you're sleeping.
That's what I was saying. I wouldn't mind doing that, but I'm scared that I'll see something I don't want to see.
Like, well, a bug or something?
No, I don't know, like a ghost or...
Oh my gosh. You know how funny that would be like you plopping around. Like.
Have you seen those people do like the time lapse of theirs? Like that girl sleeping?
I feel like that's fake.
I feel like that could be fake too. Like, what do you... There's no way you posted like 50 TikToks of you sleeping for like 7 hours a day.
I don't believe that.
Like, what
also,
do you...
who naps that long?
I know. Like, what do you mean? Like, oh, I have to film my content today. Oh, what do you have to do? Sleep for 7 hours.
To nap. But also, some are so dramatic. Some are like they're falling off of the bed. Like,
Yeah.
come on now.
I like watching the ones where they sleep with their dog, and it's like you can tell that's for real. Cause like the dog will be like moving around and then it'll fall asleep for a while.
I think you should do that.
Who?
You.
Max won't stay still.
No, you should time lapse yourself.
Oh. Maybe one day I could do a nap.
Yeah.
I was not a fan, and this is just like my preference, but there's a guy who when the start of the race happened, we were here, he was over here, and we're the second to last section. It's like us, the last section, and then you can see turn over here is turn 4 into the checkered flag. So you see them go down, turn, like it turns green, and that's the start of the race. So the first couple laps go and everyone's standing. This side starts to sit down. We're still standing, and he's like, down in front, like sit down, blah blah blah. And it's like, I look behind me and I look, and he's kind of looking. I look behind me and he's kind of looking at me, and I'm just like, I know he's not telling me to sit down. First of all, I paid for my ticket. Whatever I want to do at my seat is my business. If I want to stand up and be a dickwad and block your view, I'll do it. If I want to sit down the whole time, I will do it. You will not tell me what to do. It's the same as like when you're at a concert and like say you get nosebleeds. A lot of people in the nosebleeds like to stay seated at a concert because they're at the very top. I have been in the front row of the nosebleeds at the very top of a section, and 2 things have happened. 1, everyone stays standing, or 2, people are sitting down behind me. I'm standing up. They don't say anything. And if they do, I don't care. I paid for my ticket. I'm going to do what I want. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to do it. So we took our sweet time to sit down. I was like, I know you're not telling me something, because I will tell something to you back if you shout me out. He didn't, but...
He did a second time.
But he didn't, like, tell me, like, you, like, that person, like...
Oh, I looked at him, and I gave him, like, the dirtiest look I think ever, and then he looked away. So.
Well, this is it.
This has to be the most unenthusiastic one I think we've ever done.
I think so, too. Our next stop is in a month. I leave tomorrow, and then we reunite in London next month.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's it. We're way too tired.
Bye.